In today's episode, building teacher agency through coaching conversations. Hello, coaches! Welcome back to another episode of Coach Better Quick Tips. My name is Kim Capino, and I've worked with hundreds of teachers, coaches, and leaders in schools around the world through my courses, consulting, mentoring, and membership to help them create thriving and sustainable instructional coaching programs. And I'm on a mission to help you coach better. Wherever you are in your coaching journey, we can support you. Are you ready to take your next step? Get a tailored list of resources designed specifically for your experience level sent directly to you so you can coach better today. Take our free quiz at coachbetter.tv/quiz to get started. In today's episode, we are talking about how we can build teacher agency during coaching conversations by providing structure to our coaching partners' thoughts. This episode was inspired by a conversation with one of my clients in the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program when they were going through the In Practice module of the course. They were starting to have coaching conversations for the first time and realized that even though their conversations with me during the office hours in the program felt so natural and smooth, that there was actually a structure and a process that I was following, even though it felt so seamless in the moment. We have a few other episodes about the flow and structure of coaching conversations, which I'll link up here and in the show notes for you. If we want our coaching conversations to feel seamless and natural, we need to create space for unpacking a lot of ideas, while at the same time providing structure. This is part of the art of coaching, being able to make a complex conversation feel easy. This begins right at the start of a conversation when we're transitioning from a busy school day to hopefully a slower paced coaching conversation. Building consistency through structure like this in your coaching practice is part of phase 2 of the Thrive model for sustainable instructional coaching, Implement Consistently, which we follow in the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program. If you want to build sustainable coaching practices in your coaching program, head over to our website to get all the resources about the Thrive model. You'll find them at edurolearning.com/thrive. And I'll link one of my previous Coach Better episodes that gives an overview to the Thrive model up here and in the show notes for you. Okay, are you ready to think about how to make structure feel seamless in your coaching practice? Let's go. Often when we're working with our coaching partners, they come to us with a lot of things they've been thinking about. I know when I start a coaching conversation, I always ask some variation of what's new, what's been going on, what's been happening in your world since we last spoke. And usually my coaching partners give me a brain dump of all the things that have been going on. As coaches, it can be easy to get overwhelmed while this is happening. One of my clients in the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program, who is just learning how to practice coaching conversations, recently said, "I didn't know which notes to write down. I didn't know if I was paraphrasing just to do it, or if there was an intention behind my own paraphrase. I didn't know if I should be trying to do classroom visits to collect data on all of this information. I just didn't know what to do next." If this sounds familiar to you, it is totally normal. It's normal to feel like you should have something to say or something to do after this kind of brain dump. But actually, the opposite is often true. Coaching conversations are so valuable because they give structure to our thoughts. They demonstrate that we are heard and understood. They help us navigate through all the difficult ideas in our head to find the right pathway forward. And they give us clarity. And actually, a lot of the time, none of that involves solving a problem or giving advice. It involves listening, summarizing and paraphrasing, and helping your coaching partner unpack their own thinking. So when you get a brain dump of ideas, rather than trying to untangle those ideas yourself, you can actually support your coaching partner to do it for themselves. You can summarize their thinking into the big main ideas and then ask, "I heard you say this, this, and this. Which would you like to start with first?" This gives them agency in the direction of the conversation. This allows them to prioritize what they want to address first. This ensures that they feel understood and we're sure that we understand each other. This helps provide some clarity from the swirling thoughts in their head. And this takes many different intertwined thoughts and ideas and provides a clear choice in direction. Then you can work through as many of the different topics as you have time for in this single conversation. This is the amazing thing about coaching. It's not really about providing an answer or a solution. It's about giving your coaching partner structure for their thoughts and helping them reveal what they already know. At the end of a coaching call, when I ask them, what was most helpful for you today? So many of my clients say things like, everyone deserves a coach. Just talking ideas out is so valuable. Bouncing ideas allows us to build off each other. That's the beauty of having these kinds of conversations. This is why I wanted to be a coach. We can figure something out together. And having you take notes while I'm talking is very beneficial, giving me the spark notes of what I've been saying and then going back and picking from that list where I want to go today. Summarizing what I say helps me recognize and reorganize what I'm thinking about. Another client said, the overthinking in my mind is done during our session, so that leaves room in my mind to think about other things. Another client said, these ideas have been percolating to the surface, but I was never able to put them together to make a plan. That's why you work with a mentor or a coach. That's the space you need to let those ideas grow into a plan. Another client said, I have to verbalize and think out loud, and that's what we're doing when we're talking. It's super helpful because it happens on a different level than anyone else in my professional working environment. It's a dedicated hour all about me. Someone is listening to me and we're figuring out my situation. Another client said, every time I talk to you, I start out confused, but we uncover so many solutions or strategies to move forward that I feel like I have good ideas to get started. All of those examples of feedback come from giving structure to my coaching partner's thoughts by following the flow of a coaching conversation. And I'll link another video about the flow of a coaching conversation here for you. The idea is to help your coaching partner feel understood. And you can do that by providing structure for their thoughts and then giving them agency to determine their next step. To recap, the way that we can do this in our coaching conversations, which is exactly the model we follow in our office hours, in our courses for coaches, including the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program, is to, step 1, provide space for our coaching partner to share all of the different ideas or topics they've been thinking about since the last time you met. This can be like a brain dump of ideas. 2, create a list of the topics that your coaching partner has raised and ask which of these feels most important for you right now in this conversation. 3, at that time, you may also need to reference their goals for this coaching cycle to help remind them of what we're trying to achieve together. 4, work through the topic they identify as first choice with the coaching stance that's needed in that moment. And I'll link another video about coaching stances in the show notes and up here for you. And number 5, continue through each item they named at the start of the conversation, reconfirming along the way that this is the topic they want to focus on for today. We want our coaching partners to feel like they have clarity around their thinking and that they know what their next step is. This way, they leave the coaching conversation feeling ready to take the next step forward. When you hear these steps, this process might sound easy, but it's not always easy in the moment. Just like that story I shared about my client in the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program. Making something look and feel easy is often much more challenging than it seems. So if you're finding yourself getting tangled up in the process of a coaching conversation, you are not alone. Many coaches feel this way, new and experienced coaches alike. Coaching is complex. Making it feel seamless, easy, and natural, while ensuring your coaching partner is determining the direction of the conversation with agency, is hard. It takes a long time to build these skills, and we're always growing and seeing potential for improvement. If this sounds like you, let's work together. Developing consistency in your coaching practice is the focus of Phase 2 of the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program called Implement Consistently. This phase focuses on the act of coaching and the art of navigating coaching stances and coaching conversations. And the wonderful thing about the coach is that it's designed to be differentiated for your skill and experience level. So if you're new to coaching, you'll learn everything you need to have a successful coaching conversation. But if you're an experienced coach, you'll uncover what you can do to hone and improve your coaching skills. You'll see lots of episodes this season featuring both new and experienced coaches who have graduated from the coach, telling their story about how they developed their skills and their practice inside the coach from where they started, even though some were brand new to coaching and some have been coaching for years. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast, keep your eyes and ears peeled for those episodes coming out this season. As part of the program, you'll conduct a coaching cycle with a colleague in your setting to deepen your practice and put all of your learning into action. This is always a key highlight for our graduates. If you want to hear some of those stories, check out some of our case study episodes from previous seasons of the show, which I will link in the show notes and up here for you. And make sure to stay tuned this season because we have so many powerful episodes coming up, including one with a coach and their coaching partner. I will link all the episodes that are available now in the show notes and make sure to subscribe to catch the upcoming shows. The Coach is our academic year-long course and global community designed for instructional coaches or educators who are ready to build a thriving coaching program and deepen their coaching practice. The Coach is unique because we support the development of your practice at the micro and the macro level. We dive deep into your coaching practice at the micro level to help you upskill from wherever you are today. The program is highly differentiated for all level of coaching experience. And we unpack the development of a coaching program from the macro level so you can see how to make coaching thrive sustainably in your school setting. That's because in the Coach, we work through the Thrive model for sustainable instructional coaching. So you're focused on building a coaching culture within your school while you're developing your coaching practice as an individual coach. We use the 3 phases of the Thrive model: clarity, consistency, and community, to help you reflect on your practice and program from both the macro and the micro lens with a systems view to ensure you're building sustainability from the start. The program is truly personalized because we know you're coming to the Coach with your own experience and expertise and your own needs in your unique school setting. So wherever you are in your coaching journey, we can support you in taking the next step forward. Plus, inside our private community, you'll learn with a global cohort of coaches from schools around the world, so you can see how coaching really works in other schools and build your network of coaches. Our global cohorts open only once a year. And if you're listening to or watching this episode right as it airs, it's open for registration right now. Get all the details at edurolearning.com/coach. Even if you missed the deadline for this year, you can join the waiting list at edurolearning.com/coach. If you've made an intention to develop your coaching practice or your coaching program this year, the Coach will support you in taking the next step. Head over to edurolearning.com/coach to get all the details for this year's cohort or for next year's cohort. Wherever you are in your coaching journey, we can support you. Stay connected with us on social media at Eduro Learning or in our Coach Better Facebook group, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and the podcast to catch all of our latest videos and episodes. If you'd like a transcript for this conversation and all of our other resources for instructional coaches, head over to our website at coachbetter.tv to find the show notes for today's episode. And if you're curious right now and you have questions, please reach out. You can leave a comment down below or on the show notes on our website at coachbetter.tv. You can join our Coach Better Facebook group, or you can find us on social media at Eduro Learning and send me a DM. I'd love to support you on your coaching journey. See you next time.